Hello everyone, today I will show you how to upload your trick tracks on a Garmin device and also your GPX files. So a little bit of an intro I want to cover before I start is a few terms that I'll be using during this video. One of them which are the zip files. So here I have my tracks in this zip file, which is basically a bundle of other files that are bundled together. And so the first thing that we need to do with these zip files is unbundle them, which is called uncompressing. Another term I'll be using is your GPX files. These are your files that are meant to be used by your Garmin. And then your Tricktracks files, which are the ones that have all the chevrons and the big logos and everything for your motor rides. And those are denoted with the .img extension, which I will show you guys later. So first thing first, the first step is to locate your tracks. So right here, I already downloaded the tracks and they're bundled together in this zip file. You can either get those files on your email or on a Google Drive or a platform like this. They could be already unzipped or uncompressed. So in this case, they are compressed, so I will show you guys how to do it. So on Mac, it's very easy. You can just double click the zip file and it will unzip itself with this same exact name. This folder shows up right next to it, and that's my uncompressed folder. You can also, what you can do as well, if the double clicking doesn't work, which I'll delete this file, you can right click and open with archive utility, and we'll do the same thing. Okay. The next step is double clicking, go inside the folder and locate my files. So right here I have these two files, which are my GPX files. You can see there are GPX files because they have an extension behind it. It says .gpx. And the .img files right here are my Tricktracks file. So now that I know where my files are, my folder is, my GPS tracks folder is in my desktop, I will now connect my Garmin. The Garmin takes a little bit of while to boot up, so I already did that. And then I can see that they're connected on my sidebar here. So I'm in this application called Finder with this little logo. And if you take the sidebar and you look down, you can see that there's two devices connected. Now, it's possible that you will have one. So the reason why I have two is the first one is my Garmin device and internal memory. And then the second one is my SD card. So I have an extension card that can allow me to put more maps and trick tracks and all this. So I prefer using the SD card method because that's my expandable storage. So what I will do is I will first close this folder just to start over. I will open my GPS trick track files where they are, have this window, and then I'll open a new window. So the way I do it is I go to File on the top and then click New Finder Window, or you can use that shortcut Command N. So now it opens, and I will go find my SD card. So your SD card may or may not be called like this. It'll be dependent on how you bought it. So I just happen to call mine SD card Garmin. So I'm here. So here's the important bit of this video. It's important to put it into this folder called the Garmin folder. So I will double click the Garmin folder and go in there. And this is where I will be dropping my Tricktracks files, the IMG files. So there's two tracks that I want to use today, so I will put those, select them, and drag and drop into this window right here. And I can see that now they're in my Garmin SD card. Another thing that I like to do is having the GPX files as a backup as well. So I'm going to do that right now. So in your Garmin folder right here, I can see that I'm in the Garmin folder. I'm going to go into the GPX folder and also put these two rides in there. So I select them again and I drag and drop. GPX files right there. And now you're basically done. So you can now close these two windows, unhook your device, and you'll be ready to go. You can now power on your Garmin device to check that they're okay, and you'll be good to ride. A few things I want to mention to end the video, if you have any trouble. Sometimes if you have a memory card and it's brand new, you do need to initialize the memory card, which means to set it up right. So that means that your memory card has to be formatted in a specific file format called FAT32. So you have to make sure that the memory card is an FAT32 format. Another thing is you have to make sure that all the folders are created properly. So the way the architecture of the folder, you have to make sure that the SD card has the Garmin folder in there, and in there has also the GPX folder. If you put the files in the wrong folder, then your device might not pick up your tracks. One last thing is sometimes users have trouble finding their device. The Garmin device doesn't show up when you plug it in. So there's a little triangle that shows up on the top of the bar right here where my mouse is, and it will show that there's a triangle, and that's usually it's called Garmin Express. So what you would do is you left click that triangle and you click quit Garmin Express. I happen to run the legacy software, so I don't have that installed on my computer, but that's something that might help if you have trouble connecting. And that's it, folks. Hope it helps.